out here for racing. The crew's doing it very, very well at the moment. Well, earlier on we saw some racing in the V8 Brutes, one of our favourite categories. It was a two-driver race. There was a compulsory driver change on the way through. Let's take a look at the Brutes in action.
We are getting set for the third and final Great Aussie Ute race here at Mount Panorama. A driver change about to take place. James Brock and Peter Brock on pole position. Kovacs and Breed, they should be there in second spot. Dunn and Luff. Then we go to Lillian Wilson, McDonald and Barnes. Then McDonald and Trelaw, Grice and Small. Back to Elsgood, Sakanovic. The Lever Kratzman car. Turner and Leanne Ferrier. Palmer and Lever. Picken and O'Grady, Jarvis and Brand, Kiss and Baker, and the Wilson clan round out the field. Now, Dale Breed not there. He did not complete the warm-up lap, pulled off to the side of the track. We're about to go racing. Wayne Russell goes down, and Peter Brock leads them away at Mount Panorama in the final race.
Absolutely sensational start by Peter Brock. Would you believe it? We are calling a man, Peter Brock. He's a Peter Perfect, leads the race. Could this be his 10th Bathurst win?
Colin Dunn goes into second position. Rod Wilson in there in third. They're all through. Jack Elsgood receiving a little bit of a workover on the shoulders. Wayne, I can't tell you this, Wade Orger has decided to throw in the towel. Ford couldn't take a victory here, so we've employed the services of another Ford fan. Grant the Mad Dog Denyer joins us in commentary. Better here than out there,
I'll tell you what, I've just chewed my nails off just waiting for this race to start. Look at the conditions, though. These tyres that we use in this category, it's a one brand of tyre, and the visibility is terrible. It really is. So at the start of the race, heading up the mountain, nobody's going to see a thing unless you're the first car, and that's Peter Brock. So he has a distinct advantage already.
And the bad boy Barnes sitting there in fourth spot at the moment, looking a bit racy. Looks like he may have left the door open for an overtaking manoeuvre up the inside on the Trelaw Roses entry, but they decided to back out of that and live to play another lap at least. Look at the amount of water on the circuit.
Hasn't the circuit changed throughout the day? I mean, we've got water, rain, sunshine, everything's been happening, and this is the first lap, and the utes are moving around all over the place. Big gaggle, but look, Brock has just checked out. He said, see you later. I've got clear traffic, I can see the track itself, and I'm out of here.
Now, this is the part of the circuit where you'll see the Kovacs Breed entry. It pulled off to the side of the circuit on the warm-up lap. It's just coming up to here. There it is off to the left-hand side. Not sure if he connected the wall or he's had some sort of a problem.
Yeah, that's disappointing, because they were going to be one of the great contenders to the Brock car. Dale Breed, no shortage of ability. Of course, the Konica V8 supercar driver. But look at the battle coming over the top of the mountain, just nose to tail. It looks like it's going to end in tears. It usually does in V8 Brutes.
Rod Redline Wilson sitting there in third spot. He's got the bad boy. Sitting right behind him, Glenn Barnes. I noticed Jack Elsgood weaving around at the top of the mountain too. He's a bit racy. We've got Schmacko Griffin right in the mix there too. And Small sitting there in Gricey's car. They've gone pretty well this weekend.
I'll tell you what, bad boy Barnes is desperate to get through, isn't he? He's going to create some mayhem if they're not careful.
I'll tell you what, he's good on the brakes too, so I expect something big from him in the Caltex.
And where's our race leader?
He's
Peter
gone.
Brock. He's in a Holden. He's scooted off into the distance.
Good Barnes pulling out now. He's got a good run out of Forest Elbow. This could be the move. Down into the chase. He's already alongside, so good move by Barnes. He's good in the wet.
That gives him the inside run through the kink, because you don't want to be on the outside going through that kink.
No.
Can Wilson fight back? We'll soon see. These two have a little bit of history racing in V8 Brutes, but Barnes clean through. Now sets his sights on Dunn. Look at him.
Oh, no.
He's out onto
Barnes
the
is gone. Hang on to us, son.
into the centre.
You beauty. He went,
35 corrections.
He never lost a spot.
So too Small followed him off the circuit. I'm going to put Bad Boy in, because he actually did that in a high-ace van a few years ago, one night here at Mount Panorama.
Oh, he's going in to change his undies.
I'll tell you what, that was brave stuff from him. He had full lock every direction. But James Small also looks like he made a little mistake.
I tell you, Grant, he would have had the biggest smile on his face too. He loves it. Peter Brock leading the way. Dunn in second, Wilson in third. Then we go back to McDonald, Griffin, Zakanovic up into the top six.
That would have to be the fastest off Bad Boy Barnes has ever had in his life. That was so quick.
I'll tell you what, though, look, Dunn's in the car at the moment doing a great job holding Rod Wilson out just behind him. But if he can stay in that position, we'll take a look at the split now. Bad boy Barnes, you can see he kind of took a bit of a narrow entry there, which just pumped him straight to the outside of the track. And once you get out there on the grass, there is no stopping you. But tell you what, he hasn't lifted from the throttle. Look at him.
Still spraying.
Good on him.
Sensational.
We are standing by for Disaster Alley. We have second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. Absolutely nose to tail. Elsgood up behind Smacko Griffin. He wants to get past. We've also got Redline Wilson trying to get past Colin Dunn.
Yeah, Wilson's not a patient man. He'll know that he has to make a move pretty shortly because he can't see. All it's going to do is affect his chances of getting into the chase quickly. And if he doesn't leapfrog him on the track, it's going to make it harder when he changes over to leapfrog it in the second session. So he has to really do the job now if there's a chance of catching Brock.
Well, at the end of this lap number 3, the pit lane window will open and they can effectively do their driver changes. They must do it between lap 3 and lap 5. Oh, problems. It was that small that we saw just disappear off the circuit. Yes, it was. He hasn't got a great deal of pace. He's just trying to get it through the sand trap at the moment and bring it back out onto the circuit. There's Brock down in the pits, Ali Grower.
Well, as you can see, this father and son team here obviously spent a lot of time in the lounge room rehearsing their pit changeover in the reclining rocker. It's paying off, I think. They were aiming for at least 32 seconds, James told me. I think they're going to break their personal best. Yes. He looked kind of lonely figure out there waiting for Peter to turn up, but oh, what's he doing? Come on, let's get moving. There you go.
Just let's go back and take a look at some action. Down in the chase a few moments ago. Oh, small. We just caught the end of that as he had a big braking moment. Lack thereof, I should say.
Does he get out?
Doesn't know. Oh, well, maybe. Oh.
It's a Ford, it's okay.
Park next to Leanne.
He's done a good job.
Yeah.
Or has he?
Oh, has he?
James. There is your race leader, James Brock, at the helm of this car at the moment. Well, effectively, he will be our race leader once all the pit stops have sorted themselves out.
Yeah, well, depending how quick everybody else's pit stops were, I don't think theirs was exceptionally quick, so that might allow somebody to eat into the time and the lead that they had going into the pit stop.
I don't think they've got too much to worry about, to be honest.
Well, they've obviously got a very quick car, 2 very talented drivers. Well, at the moment, a 26-second lead to Darren McDonald. If he does take a pit stop, I think that will put him behind Brock.
Oh, one of the red
McDonald's
cars.
So Brocky's in front.
If you watch Warren Luff, he's in 4th at the moment. I think he might be able to get to 2nd if he tries hard.
Wouldn't doubt that. He's got a lot of talent. He certainly does. He had a couple of travels around the mountain only a few weeks ago as well for Dick Johnson Racing, so Warren should know these conditions very well, know where the good racing lines are. Even then, I mean, he was so good in the Konica race as well.
Watch this blue machine as well. I've been his teammate all year. He's not afraid to throw it around, old Gricey. He definitely is the minister for motorsport, and he dishes out the punishment like I wouldn't believe. Watch.
Are you allowed to call him old Grossy, are you?
I can, because I'm his teammate.
Oh, okay.
And he's also not up here.
James Brock has got the lead at the moment. One more turn to go. The Brock family unstoppable here at the mountain. So too the Holden mark. And why wouldn't they be? It's my birthday. Thank you, Brockies. That's a great birthday present. James Brock brings it down through the final turn. And Wade, you might be a long way away, but it's a Holden victory anyway.
Oh, I can say Wade will be crying in his milk. He'll be like a little cat going.
Well, there's Peter Brock at the moment. He looks on with a big smile. Ali Drower standing by with him.
You say it was the pit changeover that did it for you, Brocky.
The strategy was good. You know, it come in when we could. We had a well-oiled machine there in the pits. James and I had the buckles right, and they won us the race. So it just shows you do your homework, you get the result.
James Brock and Peter Brock taking the win in the Pull Ride Equipment V8 Brutes here at Mount Panorama. Dunn and Love 2nd, Bressington and Griffin in 3rd, McDonald and Trelaw in car 9 in 4th spot. Wilson, Small and Grice, Sakanovic and Elsgood, O'Grady and Picken round out the 8.
Well, he might